One. Good evening and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube. We're doing a YouTube exclusive where tonight we're just going to be talking about some anime news and topics, conventions, things of that nature. Joining me, as always, is our amazing co-host, Angela Rose.
Hello.
I'm your host, Doug Engler. Darren Starling, our other co-host, is on a work site. He is listening in. Will join us in about 20-25 minutes or so. He hopes. I know how
He
job sites go.
claims work.
But we've been having a lot of fun this year. It's been an absolutely crazy year for growth of AZR. Big thank you to all of our fans out there. I do have one programming note that I want to put out there. This Sunday, our guest Aaron Campbell, um, depending on health, he may not make it. He sent me an email saying that he is still on for Sunday, but he did come down with COVID. Granted, he doesn't have to travel, but knowing that COVID has affected everybody differently, if he's not feeling up for it, I would rather him get the rest and get better than try to force himself to join us. So definitely keep an eye on our Facebook page. I'll update it if anything were to change.
COVID is something.
Yeah. So definitely hope he feels better really, really soon.
Yeah, hopefully it's not serious, and hopefully he gets better quick. And because I know numerous people who have been hit really, really hard with it, and I was lucky. And for me, it was literally absolutely nothing.
Well, your household had three different stages of, well, not three different stages, but three different effects from the same disease.
Pretty much. And living in the city, tiny living, itty bitty living space meant if we knew day one, if one of us got it, we all got it.
Yep.
And yeah, we got three varying degrees. We got three ultimately different reactions to it.
And speaking of COVID, was looking through the Anime News Network, and there was a anime Love Live Superstar delays episode 8 to September 11th due to COVID-19. So there's going to be a 1 week delay on Love Live Superstar. So if you're a fan of that show, there's not going to be a new show this week coming up. I think that one drops Mondays for the new shows on Crunchyroll. Shine Post took a week off last week. I'm not sure if that was for the same reason or not. I know that they missed an episode, and there was a couple other shows that I was reading that had missed a week for various reasons. So for the fans of the Idols shows, no new Love Live Superstar this week coming up. That's going to be delayed a week because of COVID-19. Also, Spy Family's second half reveals October 1st premiere in new visual. So October 1st, Spy Family comes back. I'm excited about that.
Same. Also from Anime News Network, for anyone who likes to travel and has been planning a trip to Japan, the Japanese government reported on Monday that it is considering raising the maximum daily number of allowed entries into the country, and will begin accepting tourists without in-person guides once again in September.
That's cool. So that tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow, but some point in September.
This article was posted on the 24th, so last week. Could be. That's right. Tomorrow is September 1st.
It is. You know what that means?
Mean,
gotta wake up that guy from Green Day.
But I'm saying. But it's looking like while there's still definitely going to be some COVID-related guidelines, it's looking very positive for Japan opening its doors to tourists. So there's that. Someday I'll get to go back. Today is not that day.
One of these years I'll make it out to Japan.
One of these years, you'll get your stupid passport.
Eventually, one of these years I'll hit the lottery too.
Yes, but you can get a passport.
I know. I'm just lazy.
It just costs. You can do most of it. Literally, all you got to do is get all your paperwork in order. You can do some of it online, and then go to your goddamn post office.
Oh, I know. Probably something I'll once things slow down for me, I will probably look into doing that. Um, Probably during the winter months as things kind of slow down and I have a little bit more money.
And then we can go to Anime North or some other Canadian convention. But hey,
They could. I've never been to Canada, which is, and it's kind of sad because it's right up the road basically. I've seen the crossings. I just haven't crossed the border myself.
I have numerous border crossing stories.
I could only imagine like some of the cosplayers, the stories that they might have tried to cross if they have like wig heads and stuff in their trunk and they get, oh, we need to inspect the vehicle, open the trunk, and they see this head
You
staring at them.
know, you know what? I am gonna tell this story. This was not a cosplay trip. This was a gaming trip. But because the Canadians who were running the event did not want to pay the shipping fees to ship their prize support to Canada, they shipped it to one of the guys in Vermont that they were friends with. And in the Northeast, raining from pretty much Ottawa down to about Jersey, Philly, we were all super tight. The community was that tight knit. So they ship it to somebody in Vermont, right outside of Burlington, and those of us New Englanders, we pick up. I end up leaving my car in Methuen. We pick up a guy in Vermont. We go get the prize support, which is a box that's almost me size, filled with gongs, literally. And we get to the border. We get to the three of us are in the car. We get to the border crossing, and person driving just deadpan says nothing. We're just going to visit friends. And I'm sitting there in the back seat with this giant box next to me, and it is literally all I can do to not burst out laughing at my friend's monotone. And then as soon as the window's up and we're past the checkpoint, I just lose it and start laughing. And then of course we tell the story when we get to the house that we're staying at.
That is funny.
Um
I can only imagine a whole like big box full of gongs.
yes, they were special custom decorated so that each one had one of the symbols from the game on it, and they were price support.
That's pretty cool though. That's definitely a unique story. You're not gonna hear that very often.
When I used to run events like that, I used to go out of my way to find creatively themed prize support to the point where I had way too much fun in Newbury Comics at one point because I found a Kurosawa box set for stupid cheap, and somebody ended up getting that as prize support, and then somebody else got a replica katana from, I think it was The Last Samurai. It might have been another samurai movie,
That's cool.
but it was a lot of those days were a lot of fun. There was a lot of trips to Canada and a lot of stupid nonsense involving crossing the border.
Oh, I can imagine.
Um, God,
Now I know this season you said that in your household, you guys really didn't see anything that piqued your interest outside of once it's fully dropped, you're probably going to binge Ruby.
Yep.
Have you been catching up on other shows or anything that's jumped out at you?
Um, we've been more catching up on live action stuff as opposed to anime. Um, especially when we spend, because we do a lot of stuff as a house. So when somebody's gone for a week, there's a lot of stuff to catch up on. Like we just caught up with all of our J vloggers tonight. And
Okay.
hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario. I hope you are having a wonderful evening.
Like we are just caught up with we just caught up with things like Journey Across Japan and all the Tokyo Creative stuff and Joey the Anime Man and Wacky
I've
Weekend.
I've got to catch up with some of that stuff myself. Speaking of live action, I know I had seen this somewhere on Anime News Network. Back on August 29th, they announced a cast for the Uma Musume franchise gets its first stage play coming in January 2023. So Pretty Derby is going to have a stage play.
Oh no, Mario is a little under the weather, and hopefully it's nothing serious and feel better.
Yes, sending healing thoughts your way, and hopefully you're feeling better. I don't know if you heard, but our guest Sunday, Anthony Bowling, Aaron Campbell. Good God,
Good God.
Aaron Campbell let me know Monday. I checked in with him to see if he was still available. He said he is still available for the show Sunday, but he has come down with COVID, so he's going to be spending a lot of time resting this week and hoping he is up for it. So there may be a chance that we will be flying without a guest, or if we can hear back from the winner of the prize, they may become our guest, and we'll just talk anime with some more awesome people.
Um, a lot of stuff's according to Anime News Network. There's a lot of stuff getting live action. Paprika's getting a live action series, directed by Kathy Yan, who did Birds of Prey. Um, the Parasite manga is getting a Korean live action adaptation on Netflix. We'll see how that goes.
Uh, Chaser game series live action reveals more cast opening theme song that came out on the 29th.
Yeah, it's
Netflix to release Full Metal Alchemist: The Final Alchemy on
yeah,
September
no,
24th.
no, 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 nope. We're just gonna pretend that doesn't exist. That is part 2, and part 1 was bad.
Apparently, 90s American live action Sailor Moon pilot has finally gone public.
Um, see this. Funny you bring up the Full Metal Alchemist. This is a perfect this specific live action version must be one of those examples of it did good elsewhere. Oh, I did see something about Hunter x Hunter, and now I don't remember what it was.
Did I see? I thought I saw something Hunter x Hunter as well. Let me scroll through here. Um, I I think it had something to do with Netflix was bringing on a bunch. Uh, oh, Hunter x Hunter's Yoshiro Togashi. I've decided to increase my staff. Um, so that's talking more about the
Oh,
manga.
um,
Uh, so he decided that he is going to increase his staff working on Hunter x Hunter.
um,
From what this says.
I found something from earlier this month might undergo another delay.
Okay, so that's probably what, because August 30th, so yesterday it was announced that he's gonna increase his staff.
Okay,
So
because this is from the 17th.
I'm trying to see where I saw the thing
This is
about
the thing I
Netflix.
found. Uh, Tagashi admitted he is not doing well. The manga is
Reading through.
reading through this. It looks like the manga creator's health is not doing well, and subsequently there's limited content being worked on right now, and it might be another extended hiatus.
Also, Netflix is going to add 13 anime titles in a Nippon deal. Nippon TV announced on Monday that it entered a partnership with Netflix, which will add 13 of Nippon TV's anime titles to the streaming platform. Netflix will add the first 38 episodes of Hunter x Hunter in 104 countries, Oran High School Host Club in 190 countries, Claymore in 136 countries, all starting September 1st. Starting at a later date, you will also have Death Note, Death Note Relight 1, Death Note Relight 2, From Me to You, Seasons 1 and 2, the 1997 Berserk, Parasite the Maxim, Nana, Hajime no Ippo, and Monster.
Um, unrelated, but for any fans of One Piece out there, the official website for the One Piece film announced on Friday that the movie has earned over 10 billion yen as of Thursday in theaters.
Wow.
For So in 20 days in theaters, it has made about $73 million in Japan.
That's crazy.
In those 20 days, it sold 7.2 million tickets. And it is current as of a few days ago, ranked number 41 in the Japanese box office of all time.
Wow. I think there was another anime live action or an anime movie that was like number one in the US.
Um, while I'm not a fan of One Piece, I've never actually tried to sit down and watch it, and there's just too much of it. That is still really, really impressive and worth talking about. And if you are a fan of One Piece, when it gets released here, go watch it. Because I'm sure for the people that enjoy the show, it's amazing.
Yeah, because that's been killing it, and a lot of people I know have been enjoying it. Hello, Kaya. So glad that you were able to join us as well. Hello, everybody in the chat. We're just doing kind of a nonchalant anime talk, talking about some of the news that has been coming out through Anime News Network, talking about some of the shows that are airing right now, some of the delays that's been happening. I know I have gotten kind of wrapped up in Shine Post and having it delayed for a week. Um, and then they leave off on a cliffhanger this week. It's like you better not have another delay next week because I kind of want to see what happens. Um, I know Angela is not an idol person.
I just never Love Live. By the time I heard anything about it, and let's be real, Love Live is the one that everybody knows. It was already at the stage of too much.
Oh yeah, My introduction to Love Live was years ago, like when it first came out, and Anime Boston had a huge thing about Love Live. And they had Japanese guests, Japanese writers from Love Live, English voice actors from Love Live, and they had Love Live contests and
Love Live is apparently getting a musical on top of all that,
oh, I did hear about that.
says Kaya. Thank you for sharing that.
I did
Um,
hear about that. And
it's
Mario says join us.
here's the thing, I'm not this is not one of those I'm adamantly against it, I'm not, I just haven't found the time to
I will say I have seen a lot of different idol animes. I've seen Love Live Sunshine, Superstar, that horrible one that for some reason got a second season as well. I've seen AKB 0048, which honestly I thought was really good, but I also like their music. Um, Shine Post, have been enjoying. I think that might be one of the best idol animes I've seen because it is different. It's not high school girls trying to save a school. It's more of okay, we're an idol group, but we're not growing, and they each and it's three girls that each have their own issues they're trying to overcome. They bring a manager in who pushes them to and forces them
so
to grow.
so
So there's a
Love Live
storyline behind it.
Love Live aside, are any of these idol series, like, all self-contained, like, 12 to 24 episodes
Um,
that I can just binge at some point?
Shine Post, I think is gonna be. Let me.
Because if I'm gonna actually sit down and watch something,
Like I won't lie. 12 episodes is what it's slated as having.
then
Um,
I'll wait until it's done and do a binge over, like, a weekend.
and it's a Sentai Filmworks title. So you're gonna need a high dive or something to find it. It's gonna be. I will say this much right now: when it's all said and done, I am gonna go back and rewatch it. I'm gonna binge the whole thing because to me, it's good. It's good enough where I want to go back and rewatch.
But you see my point of, if there's too many episodes, it's one of those, there's so much else I could be watching.
Exactly, and that's why like we don't go back and like I won't go back and start watching One Piece or Naruto or Dragon Ball or all the mainstream shows that have a million friggin' episodes. I'm not gonna watch them because there's too many of them,
Um,
and I wasn't there at the
and
start.
apparently, at least according to my friends who have seen it, the new Dragon Ball movie is in theaters. It's apparently good. Not my I tried watching Dragon Ball back in my college days. I didn't like it, but that's okay.
I will
But
say
if that is your thing, and you can get and you haven't seen it yet, Saturday apparently is National Movie Theater Day, and subsequently you can get cheap tickets on Fandango for Saturday.
you heard it here. Go out Saturday if you're into Dragon Ball and go check out the movie. Angela said do it, so you have to do it.
And
Darren, you have to do it. Angela said so.
The last movie I went to go see in theaters was the Konosuba movie.
yep, Saturday. According Saturday is National Cinema Day, and all tickets on Fandango are $3.
That's actually really good.
So doesn't have to be Dragon Ball. If you like going to the movies, take advantage of this and go see a movie.
Go see the Konosuba movie. And speaking of Konosuba, they've shown a couple of trailers, I think, or some visuals of the new Mega Man spinoff. That's going to be coming out.
Yes, I did hear about that. That came up recently when I was out with my friend M, the Mega Man cosplayer that I
Yep.
introduced you to, because we were talking about that because that's that is a show her and her husband really enjoy.
We should get them
Well,
on the
another-
show and just talk about. We could just have a
Let's do
Konosuba
it.
night.
I have to say, but Ange needs to watch it.
Ange needs to watch a lot of things, but part
Oh,
of the problem
So
Part-
do
part
Doug and Dan.
part of the problem with that is time, and part of the problem with that is undiagnosed ADHD.
I thought you just had a problem with Isekai.
Um,
That
as a
too.
genre, isekai needs to go away.
But there are some exceptions to the
And
genre.
there are exceptions, and
Now
I
I
like
know.
giving you guys shit for watching too much of it.
I know that we have tried to find common ground for at least one anime a season. This season, nothing jumped out at you.
Correct.
Where I have continued to watch more of Call of the Night, I really think, because this is not my normal style of anime, I think you would enjoy
is it on Crunchy?
It's on Crunchy. Or is it Crunchy or is it High Dive? Let me check. Because I've been watching a couple different shows on High Dive. It's High Dive.
Yep, that's the problem. Because Crunchy's the only one we pay for.
Because on High Dive, I'm watching Call of the Night, My Isekai Life, and Shine Post.
God damn it.
Yes, another Isekai one. And I haven't even started Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 4 yet.
Nor Overlord, I assume.
No, I have to finish Season 3.
I have to say, I'm into Overlord Season 4. We just met Albedo's sister.
Oh, no.
I'm still on Season 1. I got sidetracked by everything else.
So, overall consensus, Ange, is Overlord tolerable for you, or what?
The first episode was too much. It's gotten better.
The first episode was cringe. Mario says this season of Overlord is better binged, which if I get the time, I probably would sit down because there's a few shows that I want to go back and rewatch and binge.
Well, so long as you're keeping up with Call of the Night, because unfortunately, I'm sure not.
So.
Oh, the new episode of Call of the Night dropped today, so I'll have that to watch after.
All right.
I've got that one to watch, and I've got Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Now that I watched last night.
So is High Dive? Is High Dive one of those free to watch? Is it free to watch with ads, or is it a?
I'm not sure if that's free to watch with ads. You could always sign up for the free trial. I don't think High Dive is that expensive, to be honest. I think it's cheaper than Crunchyroll.
Well, it also turns into what's on High Dive that's not on Crunchy.
Everything that's not a Crunchyroll or Funimation title. So High Dive is 100% Sentai Filmworks. Kind of like Crunchyroll is now the streaming site for Funimation. High Dive has been the streaming site for Sentai Filmworks. And they have been for a few years. So and they don't just have dubs. I think they have more subs than they have dubs. So
I'm looking at the site. I'm looking at the simulcast right now. Shine Post is on there. Episode 8 in 5 days.
Yep.
Phantom of the Idol.
If you saw Giga talking about, the summer series, and he made a big deal about Tokyo Mew Mew New, loving the name.
God.
That's on there.
I see that. Now, there's 24 simulcasts on High Dive from this season. I'd want to watch this subbed. That's the problem.
Which one's that?
See, I found one where the title has me interested. The Executioner and Her Way of Life.
You would let me look and see. You should be able to watch that subbed.
It's more of the dub is what came up when I was going through. But hey.
And it's got 12 episodes that are already out.
Which means what's new right now is a
Okay,
core 2.
What's new right now is the dubbing of it. It's fully out. You could sit down and binge that in Japanese. They're currently dubbing it.
Call of the Night. Well, then why is it under simulcast?
It's under simulcast because it's currently being dubbed. So it's still dropping new episodes, which is why it's in the simulcast area. But the new episodes are the English dub, not the Japanese sub. Because it says audio in English and Japanese.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm Quitting Heroing was an interesting one. I watched it I watched the whole series in Japanese. That was kind of funny, where the hero who defeats the Demon Queen and her army then comes back to join them.
Okay, Pantheon. Pantheon, which technically drops tonight. An AMC original series. It's a science fiction story that explores the outer limits of what we and our technology are capable of creating and destroying.
That's up your alley, isn't it?
This series challenges our understanding of what it means to be human. Yeah, that's the existential stuff that I absolutely love.
What show is this?
Pantheon?
It's on High Dive. I went down a rabbit hole because curiosity got the better of me.
That's not a bad thing.
It means I'm going to spend money.
But we all spend money. You seem to spend the least out of the two of us.
Well, I spend less money on stuff. I probably spend more money on overall. I'm also going to Europe in 2 months.
Remind me to have a chat with you after the show.
Oh dear.
And right now, I'm not sure if you signed up, if you'd have the same pricing, or if my pricing got grandfathered in, because I've been part of the High Dive for so long, but I'm paying $5 a month.
No, that's what it's advertised at if I want to sign up now.
Well, I just saw something in one of the groups that Funimations is going up a couple dollars to $7.99, I think, or $8 from $5.99, or something along those lines.
You know, we have Crunchy. Hi Ross.
Hello,
good
Ross.
to see ya. What you missed was a lot of random chatter, anime news, and as I like to say, life, the universe, everything.
talked about some of the anime news that we talked about. Uma Musume franchise gets first stage play in January 2023. That's going to be going on in Japan. So pretty derby. You get to see all these actresses dress up as horses and dance around on a stage. So that could be an interesting thing. I'm sure there'll be more photos and stuff. That was August 29th article via Anime News Network. Um, a few different things.
Did we need to do another? Did we get a hold of both winners from Poochicon, or did we need to do another spin the wheel?
I sent an email out to. I did a wheel spin off air. We weren't having the luck on air, so I did select another winner and sent an email out. I'm hoping the email never got bounced back to me, so I'm hoping that they received it, and hoping that they will get back to us. The winner that has been selected was Levi Winkowskiewicz.
And Levi, I believe, is in the chat right now.
So I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Levi, but I did send an email out to you. Feel free to please email me back so I know that A, you got it, and that you can join us for the show Sunday night. I'm sorry to the previous winners who never got back to us for one reason or another.
I think that's the one thing we skipped when we were going back and forth with anime news. Was Bleach is going to be new Bleach is going to be simulcast in October.
Skipped over it because I didn't care. No.
Well, because neither of us watch it. See, Bleach is one of those. I tried to watch it back in the day. And what happened was this gets into the early 2000s era of bootlegs and fan dubs. No, subs. I had it right. And the subtitles the subtitles for this was so bad. I couldn't watch it at more than like 2 episodes. And I kept trying to find the box set for season 1. By the time the next Anime Boston rolled around, it was out of print. Subsequently, I've never seen Bleach.
I have never seen Bleach because by the time I really started getting heavy into anime, I was trying to find shorter series because my attention span is not good enough for long series. And I learned very fast that Inuyasha was about as long of a series as I could handle, even at 167 episodes and 4 movies. I still broke that up quite a bit before I was able to get through it all. Things like Fairy Tail, I dropped 120 episodes in, got out of My Hero in season 4. Haven't even started season 4 of Dungeon.
I maintain you should go back and specifically watch the villain arc and the villain arc alone.
Possibly.
The villains I don't have a problem watching. It's everybody else.
Well,
I will still stand by my statement of Deku as a whiny bitch.
I'm not disputing that. That's one of... See, I'm enjoying My Hero. I'm not going to go so far as to say it's the best thing ever. It's not. It's guilty pleasure, stupid fun.
I think we all have those animes that are guilty pleasure, stupid fun.
I miss the fun.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying My Hero is your guilty pleasure, stupid fun anime. I know yours is Conception, but...
Stop!
And for those of you who missed our show last Wednesday, Ross, I have to once again give you a shout out for breaking the show with some of your comments.
Ross did a marathon of Bleach to catch up for the final season back in June, finished the last week of July, early August.
Wow, that's nice to have that much free time.
And
2.5 month marathon.
Power to you. That's impressive.
I couldn't do it.
Like,
I could do it back when I was in school.
I would
what we
need to sleep at some point.
see, what we intermittently do is what we would do for quite some time was we would each pick an anime and then we'd go back and forth. And then we'd basically do one night of watching 3 or 4 episodes of his choice, 3 or 4 episodes of my choice, one night a week. And then when that series was done, that person would pick a new one.
Mm.
And then we started actually keeping up with the seasons.
Before I started seasonal anime, I was able to binge quite a bit of stuff. I remember one summer break, I binged all 700 episodes of Pokemon.
Jesus.
I was watching like between 15 and 20 episodes a day at some times.
Well, that's back when you could do that. I mean, before working the 2 jobs, I was able to watch a lot more anime than I can now. Now I kind of break it up. It's with them dropping like an episode once a week. I'm able to somewhat keep up on watching 4 or 5, 6 shows that way, because I can get home from work at 11 o'clock, watch an episode, and then go to bed. While I'm winding down, catch up on a show. Monday nights is Love Live. Tuesday night's typically a Shine Post. Wednesday night, I catch up on anything I missed from Monday and Tuesday. Thursday night will be, I'm not sure what's Thursday night. Tonight, I know I've got one show on High Dive, one show on Crunchyroll to catch up on. And did get scrolling through Facebook, did get a little notice that today is Hatsune Miku's birthday. So the wonderful Vocaloid.
I'm also going to share. We kind of segued away from it, but for any of our viewers, listeners who are interested, all 16 seasons of Bleach are on Hulu. Thank you for sharing that, Ross.
Hulu's got a lot of anime on there. I just don't like the fact that you have, like, for a basic subscription, you still get all the ads. If you want to get rid of the ads, you have to pay a premium price. And if you're already paying for the service, I don't see why you still need to have. I could understand the free service having commercials, but for paying for a subscription, I don't think it should have all those commercials. It gets annoying. So I don't have cable. Ross, I have Hulu Plus through Disney Plus. Yeah, I have that as well. I still have the stupid ads.
Same.
On Hulu anyway. But it is what it is. It's no different than watching regular TV. You still got to deal with the commercials. But there's lots of good stuff that's been going on out there. Lots of good shows. I know Darren's finally able to join us. He is done working. What shows have you been trying to keep up with, Darren?
Let's see. Overlord. All of the Night. My stepmother's daughter is my ex. Let's see. Harem in Labyrinth of Another World. Let's see what else. I'm trying to catch up on a couple of Cuckoos.
Oh, I'm behind on that. I need to catch up on that.
Let's see, what else was I watching?
Oh my god. Are either of you two watching My Isekai Life? I gained a second character class.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I am.
Look, I'm not watching another isekai. How about that?
I gained a second character class and became the strongest sage in the world.
Nope. I'm watching The Devil as a Part-Timer season 2.
I'm literally just going through the simulcast on High Dive, looking to see what might interest me and make it worth paying for. And when I saw something that said my isekai life, I had to just ask because I figured at least one of you was.
I am. It's you would cringe, and I know you would cringe at it. So I'm not. I wouldn't even say give it a shot, even though it's been for me. It's been entertaining. He's a very powerful sage who is able to transfer his magic through
All right.
slimes. He's basically a tamer who can control a shit ton of slimes and a wolf, and
All
he
right.
can transfer magic through the slimes to defeat enemies.
This is a question for the two of you from Ross. Who is your waifu of the season?
Oh my.
Because he has 6.
Yup.
That is a good one. I'm behind on my ex, so because there's a couple of them there. I'm not the anthropomorphic kind, even though Roxanne is cute, not my type.
Because if it were up to me, there would be 0 from this season.
Try Engage Kiss.
I'm trying to think of the shows I'm watching right now.
Let's see, who else?
Roxanne would be. She's cute, but no.
Um, the
Love Live Superstar, no.
I will say this: I do like Nazuna from Call of the Night.
Parallel World Pharmacy, nobody from that.
Rent a Girlfriend, or are you not counting sequels?
Rent a Girlfriend. I need. They're all kind of getting annoying to me.
More so than Girlfriend, or did you not watch that one?
Oh, I watched Girlfriend. Rent a Girlfriend season 1 was cute. It had, I could see why everybody loved Chizuru. But seeing some of her true colors and seeing how some of the other girls are, they're all just kind of getting annoying to me. And so it's like, I don't know. Devil is a part timer. I mean, Shiho was cute, but not really waifu material. Going through the high dive stuff. The vampire chick is kind of cute. She probably is leading the list of the shows. My Isekai Life doesn't really have many females who stand out. Shine Post, maybe somebody from Shine Post, but eh. I kind of like the main girl, the orange hair girl from Shine Post. I forget what her name is, but just because she has the 2 looks, like when she's on stage, she looks cute. When she's off stage in her personal life, she puts glasses on, pigtails, looks completely different. So kind of like the Chizuru effect. When Chizuru's in school, she doesn't look anything like the Rent a Girlfriend Chizuru. So a similar thing to that. But if I had to say anything, I would say the main vampire chick in Call of the Night leads the way. Just from one episode where she let her hair down and she looked gorgeous. And Angela typically doesn't have waifus.
Nope.
Any husbandos?
I haven't been watching anything this season, so.
Well, I meant in general.
Eh?
Oh, I forgot. The maid one, that was, even though I haven't really started it, she's cute. And the other one, Vermeil and Gold, I believe.
Oh, you cut out there for a second.
And he also muted himself.
Sorry, I have a business phone call. Give me just a second.
No
Okay.
problem.
I don't know. That's not. I watch. I don't watch enough of that kind of anime, per se.
Although me scrolling through High Dive, I just found another show I may start.
What are you looking at?
Luminous Witches.
Oh,
Because apparently it is another spin-off of the Strike Witches franchise, which I didn't realize.
League of Nations Air Force Aviation Magic Band Luminous Witches.
Looking at it, and it says instead of standing on the front lines with the 501st Joint Fighter Wing, the Strike Witches, Luminous Witches of the League of Nations Air Force bring smiles to civilians dispatched in the human Noroi War. I'm like, okay, so that is part of the World Witches stuff. I enjoyed Brave Witches and I love Strike Witches, so I'm probably going to have to start watching this one. This might be one I wait till it's completely out and binge. 8 episodes have dropped of the 12 thus far. But there's no saying I won't sit down and binge the 8 episodes that are already out.
Yeah. See,
I'm bad about that. I'll find something, and then if there's a bunch of episodes, I'll just right through.
whereas
That's what I did with Call of the Night. But I gotta catch up on stuff before I start another new one.
Yep.
At least for this season, I need to catch up. Past seasons, I've lost cause. I have to wait till there's a season for me, like this season is for you, where there's not much that grabs you. Now, Mario says the made one looks sus. Now, it's not called Among Us. It's
Yes, but everything is sus.
Pretty much. But I do think that you would enjoy Call of the Night just because it's different. And like I said, it's not. I probably would not have given it the time of day to watch it if I hadn't seen so many people talking about it.
Because on my feed, the anime that's getting talked about is more the stuff that doesn't interest me, or the stuff like where it's a continuation and I've not seen any of it, so too many episodes.
Yep.
And I'm not even I'm not even saying anything bad about the shows. It's just
You haven't started it, so a season 2, 3, 4, 5, 28, whatever does not interest you because you don't know the history behind to lead up to said season.
And if it's a season 2 and season 1 was so many years ago, it becomes a why go back?
Devil is a part-timer, I think, is worth it. Just Devil is a part-timer was before its time. I will say this much about Devil is a part-timer. When it first came out, I think it was like 7 or 8 years ago, I loved the concept, and this is before the isekai boom. And this technically is one of those reverse isekais where where Satan comes from his world to the human world. And he doesn't speak the language. He's dressed funny, has run-ins with the cops. He's trying to escape Amelia the hero. And you get to see it basically is a reverse isekai in almost every sense of the word reverse isekai. It's not somebody who dies and goes to another world and becomes overpowerful. This is an overpowerful being who comes to Tokyo and loses just about every magic ability he has and is forced to get a job working at a fast food restaurant just to survive.
I am skeptical but not opposed.
And like I said, this came out before the isekai boom
I mean,
that we're in now.
basically, it all amounts to what I'm gonna end up doing is loading up my iPad with a whole bunch of stuff to watch before I fly to Europe.
I say binge that one. Because it's one of those shows that you can mindlessly binge and not realize that time's gone by. You may like it, you may hate it, but it's one of those shows that you would just be. And
And
Mario, I agree with you. Season 2 is good, but I don't think it's as good as season 1.
you know what? I feel like, did you watch the last Trash Taste when they were out shopping for all of the figures? This is not the when they did all the figures for the new office and they did the stupid challenges.
When they each had like 1,500 to spend.
Yeah.
Yes, I did watch that one.
And one of the challenges was specifically find something from an anime that Joey's watched in the past year.
And he hadn't seen like hardly anything.
Yup.
I do remember that.
I feel like we could do stupid trivia along those lines.
You need to ask a question. Figure out an isekai Angela has watched in the past year.
Or even ever, because there's a very short list of anime that I have watched that fall under the isekai genre. And one of them I actually had to look up because I didn't believe my buddy when he said it was an isekai. I looked, the Wikipedia page says it was, and I was dumbfounded. But it is an anime I enjoyed.
And now, did you watch Zombieland Saga?
No.
That one was. I haven't seen season 2. Season 1 was really good. I didn't watch season 2 for various reasons.
I'm just I got, when that one came out, I got to a point where, and I will admit, I knew nothing about it, but I was at a point where I was done with zombies and anything that had zombie in the title, right out.
Understandable. And Zombieland Saga, Mario says you should watch that.
And says Rico went to work
on.
Huh. But that's one of those at the I think that was just at the time there was so much
bad timing. Bad timing for you for it coming out, because overkill with zombies everywhere, Walking Dead,
and it just got to a point where I'm like, I don't want, no.
It's kind of like that with the vampire craze and stuff as well. And Mario says, speaking of zombies, watch Sankarea. That was a good series as well. I did enjoy Sankarea.
A good recent vampire anime was Mars Red.
I haven't even heard of that one.
It was I believe that aired the same time as season 1 of 86.
I know you really liked 86.
86 was fucking phenomenal, but super dark, super serious, but really, really well done.
And I hear the clock going
and
off
Mario's
behind
agreeing with me on Mars Red. Thank you.
But we were only planning on doing about an hour-long show tonight.
And
so
of course, we gotta wait for Darren to come back.
He's on a business call.
Yep. And Ross listed off his waifus. Roxanne, Chiho,
Miliko, same personality as me, Erica,
Latte, and
Latte
Blanche, Nizuna, Vermeil, and Pink Hair Girl, Eiffel, Sarah, Kisara, Yeka, and Sarah.
Respectable. Just saying.
All right, and Darren is back in time for us to wrap up.
But we hope you enjoyed. Like I said, we're going to try to do about an hour show on Wednesday nights. Random subjects, could be games, could be 18 plus specials. We could bring back our AZR off topic again, which we did like a year ago when we had the owner of AGL Discs. Any AZR off-topic shows would be focused on things outside of the anime and pop culture world. So it'd be more of whatever we wanted to talk about, whether it
One
be
of the things we tossed around the idea of was actually doing live a live showing where we go through and build Doug D&D character, and then potentially, if we have enough players, actually doing a campaign of sorts.
maybe one to two times a month of doing an actual campaign. If we can find people who want to join us live on the air to do that. And the idea I had for building a character is I wanted to basically be one of those build a character for dummies type shows where I have no clue what I'm doing or what half this stuff means. So having Angela, and maybe we can see about other people who have been in the RPG world, be able to explain it not just to myself, but to other people like me who have an interest in D&D or the tabletop gaming world, but don't fully understand things and can have stuff kind of explained, broken down, make it a little easier for people to jump in. Um, Without the nerves of, sometimes people are too nervous at a convention to jump into a game, a quick one-off or something. Give them more of a safer area.
I will say that is specifically what I ran during Anime Boston. It was basically a one-shot designed for brand new players. I had exactly one player who'd played the game before, and he was there because he wanted to show off D&D to his girlfriend.
And she called it D&D for Dummies.
No, just
I just had to throw that out there because it sounded good.
fair. But that's what. So if anyone who's interested in the RPG side of things, tune in for that coming up at some point before the end of the year.
We're tentatively looking at doing that episode towards the end of September. Haven't figured out a date yet. I've got some people I want to reach out to see if they would be able to join us. If not for a full campaign, at least for that episode. And we would go from there.
But if you have a character concept in mind before we start, or at least a broadly based what you want to do with it, then that will make it easier to do it on air.
I have an idea to base it off of a specific anime character.
Okay.
So, but we can touch on that later on.
Yeah.
We'll leave everybody in suspense on that. Which one? So many fancy anime male protagonists out there that it could be, or maybe female. Who knows? Maybe I'll just be a bunny from Demon Lord Retry. Just jump around and be like, bunny.
There is a bunny race.
Demon Lord Retry is one that you would get frustrated with. I'll say that right now. If I had you sit down and watch it, you would be like, this is just so cringe. But I found it so entertaining, and Kylie Stewart did an amazing job as Momo, just changing the way that she said bunny.
All right.
On that note, everybody have a wonderful night. Join us this Sunday as we welcome Aaron Campbell and hopefully the winner of our contest, Levi, so that everything, fingers crossed, everything goes smoothly for that. Hopefully Aaron is feeling better. Again, it's going to be Aaron Campbell joining us, not Anthony Bowling, where I screwed up earlier. I had him on the brain for potentially the RPG stuff, but who knows. And I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Sorry, Jalili, we only doing about an hour special on Wednesday nights now. Some shows may run longer than that, but try to keep it the midweeks a little bit shorter than our normal. Every Wednesday is going to be random. Don't have a set schedule as to what's going to be coming up next Wednesday, but I'm sure we'll have some sort of fun. Maybe another 18 plus topic, where we can just let Darren go off on his waifus.
But have a wonderful night, everybody. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Yeah, stay healthy, and we will see everybody here again Sunday night right here on YouTube. And Sunday night, we also will incorporate Twitch and Facebook. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.